Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, Ghost is free at last. Man, I gotta say, this has gotta be the best Power episode so far. But let me go into it. So be warned, this video is full of spoilers. So stop this video if you don't want me to ruin it for you. And thank you for watching. Okay, so first we got Ghost. He's fresh out, throwing on his suit, thinking about all the stuff he did in jail and, how he gonna talk back to Tommy. He walk in the kitchen, he like, where the hell these kids at? Ain't no welcome home party or nothing. So, he trying to relight the flame with his wife. And of course, she ain't having it. Then, man, he go to the club. He got paparazzi everywhere. And, guess who's in the shadows? This nigga Kane, aka 50 Cent. Man, Ghost, he walks in truth, and guess who waiting for him? Simon, the rich billionaire. Ghost like, man, fuck up out of here. But Simon say, hey, hold up. Nah, I threw your wife some bread, so you kind of owe me some money. You about to put some work in for me. But he said, hey, you know what? Fuck the money. I'll wipe this whole slate clean if you do some real estate work for me. Because, niggas look good selling these properties. And basically, I need a black face. Meanwhile, Tyreek, he back at the trap, getting high, playing video games and shit with Jukebox. While she on the phone with Kane. Man, it's just crazy. And low key, she was telling him the whole time, like, nigga, you ain't going nowhere. Just so you know, chill out, get comfortable, sip some more of this lean. Then you got the girls at the table. Lola, she's trying to get out the game, but it's a no-go. Tasha like, we still need you, so keep it, stay in your lane. Next we got Tommy. He on the empty building floor meeting with Jason, a mob boss. He worked with Milan. And Jason says it's time to move on from Ghost. And Tommy like, hey, don't tell me you want me to kill Ghost, because it's not happening. I've been there. Jason, he talks about expanding and, let's move out to LA. And he pretty much forces Tommy to stay and celebrate with him and his friends. Next, we got Dre. And this nigga, he is on the ropes daily. I'm like, God damn, Dre. You can barely catch a break. But this nigga Dre, man, I don't know. It's making him smarter, though. Because he links up with Julio. And Julio like, hey, nigga, what the fuck you doing? I seen you hanging out with the ops in the club. This nigga Kane was in the club, nigga. And Dre like, man, I couldn't kill him in the club, it was crowded. What you want me to do? But, fuck all that, Julio. Why don't you go meet the boss and, step it up, play your part, so Tommy don't be talking down on you. Julio, he takes all this shit in stride. He like, yeah, all right, man, I'll go do that. It's just crazy. It's a crazy episode, man. So much is going on, man. It's just like, wow. So then, Ghost, he goes and confronts Tasha about, taking money from Simon. But she like, hey, nigga, we is broke. What we gonna do? Ghost like, nah, I gotta be this nigga puppet just to, get rid of this debt. Tasha sweet talks him into it a little bit and say, you can finesse Simon. But Ghost like, nah, bitch, I'm not really trusting you right now. And you can't blame him. You can't blame him. Fast forward back out to Dre. He up in the trap. He's selling up Julio. talking about, you know, let's get this nigga gone. They making toast and popping bottles and shit. Tommy he out in the bar also popping bottles, but he popping bottles with the bosses. He out there with Jason and some badass bitches, some bad Latinas or Italians. I don't know what these hoes were, but they was bad. And they like filling all up on them and shit. Of course, Tommy he gets wasted, and they pistol whip him and ends up in Jason's trunk. Meanwhile, we go back to Julio. This nigga he shows up to the setup, man. And man, I ain't gonna lie, he held his own, but in the end he took the L. They really sliced him up bad, and I was surprised he held his own for so long. I was like, damn, this nigga he killed two of the niggas who tried to get him. But yeah, the last nigga he did him real dirty, man. It got real graphic, so you gonna have to watch that. That was crazy. Yeah, blood in and blood out. That shit is for real. um, so let's see what happens next. Oh man, we gotta get back to Tommy. Tommy he wakes up in the trunk and he's taken to the middle of nowhere, and there's basically a hole in the ground. That's his grave, supposedly. And it turns out nobody signed off on the Milan hit. So, the guy who was supposed to clear, he shows up saying, yeah, Tommy lied about Milan and shit. Do that nigga in. Milan's wife hops out and she basically says, I believe Tommy say he didn't know about it not being clear, and that's why he did it. So, as soon as Tommy think it's a rap and he about to die, he have a little flashback of Holly and everything. And then Jason walks up and he shoots the other guy instead. And Tommy and Jason, they get back on good terms, some mob shit. Like, hey, you had me shaking in my boots, but now we good. And they good as far as business goes. The next part is the craziest. Because just out of nowhere, this nigga came, runs up on Ghost in broad daylight like a Chirac savage. Like, don't try and do nothing or your son dead. Like, you just get in the car, let's go. We got a mission. So, Ghost tried to explain to this nigga like, hey, I just got out the joint. I'm broke as fuck. So Ghost like, hey, let's rob Tommy's spot. Kane gives him an empty gun and says, let's get it. They set up a plan. Kane goes around the side and he goes through the front door. Grease the dude, pistol whip him. Man, it's just some crazy shit. But they robbed Tommy's spot a little too easy. You'd think Tommy would have a little more backup on some shit like that. But they head out to go get Tyreek from Jukebox. But when they get to the door, Kane tells them, like, hey, Ghost, I'm the only hope for your son to get out this motherfucking house. Jukebox is in there. She crazy as shit. If she get this money, she gonna kill everybody. Me, your kid, you. So, here's a gun. You can kill me right here if you want to, but if you want to say your son, let's do this together. And I thought this nigga was gonna turn. I don't even know. I ain't know who this nigga was on, what team he was playing for. But they go in the crib and they end up having a standoff. And Jukebox tells Kanan to tell everything to Tyreek while she got a gun in this nigga Tyreek head. Then Ghost, he makes a move on Jukebox after he explains everything about how they set him up and tricked him into doing licks and how he killed Sean and everything. And when Ghost makes a move, Jukebox aims at Ghost, taking the gun off Tyreek's head, and Kane just shoots her. Like, he put like a good 3 or 4 in her chest, like bang, bang, bang. I'm like, oh shit, it's just too much. It's too crazy. So, and it seemed like every time Ghost, is around, a cop dies. Even though he just got off the thing with Greg Knox. He just got out the cell for that. Like, damn, you don't want to be around too many dead cops, nigga. Damn, just go someplace else. But I guess that's the life he lived. That's Ghost. So, Kane end up sparing Ghost and Tyreek life, and he just takes off with the money. Like, he can't do it. He grew too attached to Tyreek because they hit so many licks and put in so much work, and he was way better than his real son, Sean. So I don't know. He just takes off with the money and just disappears and just leave Ghost and his son just standing there. I was like, I don't know how they getting a ride back. What they gonna do? Walk home or something? Niggas is just gone. But anyway, this was a epic episode. For more videos, like, comment, subscribe to Blkfame, Blkfame. Shit, I'm out.